Good morning, Oklahoma. I'm Mark Johnson, and welcome to Cow-Calf Corner. This week's topic is grass fever and the spring checklist, or maybe we should think of this as spring fever and the spring checklist. And the point is that in the last few days, virtually the entire state of Oklahoma has had several inches of rain. It's been direly needed in the cattle business in a lot of different ways. And it's the time of year when the grass is greening up literally by the minute. We can watch grass grow right now after such a prolonged dry period that we had. We can look around and see that our ponds are full again. And it's really easy in the cattle business to let optimism overtake you. And I know myself, I'm personally guilty of wanting more inventory and thinking about stocking. And in that instance, I remind myself to just not so fast. And so this week, we're going to talk about a spring checklist. We're going to talk about operating our cow-calf operation like a business. We got low cow inventories. We got really good cattle prices. We know these low cow inventories are going to contribute to continued really good value for all categories of cattle. Let's back off and think about still planning for the future. And so number one, as we think about our spring checklist and operating like a business, are our bulls semen checked? Have we had a breeding soundness exam done? And have we got ample bull power on hand as we think about turning out bulls for breeding season so that we get a calf crop born early in the calving season by next spring? Number two, have we got, if we're planning on estrus synchronization, maybe some AI breeding, do we have all those supplies on hand that we're going to need, the semen that's actually there, the labor lined up to actually do that? Have we actually worked and dewormed? Have we given those pre-breeding vaccinations to our cow herd yet this spring? And are we actually prepared for breeding season in that sense? Have we made plans to actually apply herbicide and potentially fertilizer to those pastures so that we make sure that the grass gets ahead of the grazing pressure? And even though we've got moisture right now and we've got grass growing, are we making sure that those pastures and those desirable grasses get ahead of that grazing pressure and that those pastures have a chance to return to health and give them a chance to recover from this extended period of drought that we've been in? We may not be done with supplemental feeding as of yet. We need to go out and assess the body condition score on our cows, on our heifers. Are those replacement heifers actually at a target weight where we need them to be at the beginning of breeding season? And so the feeding may need to continue to kind of coincide with the preservation of those pastures and deferring the grazing pressure off those for a while. And other things we think about longer term, we know we're short on hay stocks. Really, it's not just something in the state of Oklahoma. It's bigger scale across the country. And so we need to be making plans now to secure that hay supply for next winter when we know we're going to be back in a situation of feeding cows again. So bottom line, it's not too early to start making plans. The rains have been a blessing. We're very fortunate we got them. We still want to think along a business plan for the sake of our pastures, our cattle, our breeding season, and the long-term benefit to our operation of securing supplemental feed and hay supplies long-term and farther out. I hope this helps. And we're blessed by the rain. We're optimistic in this business. And it is the time of year to be excited about the cattle business for good reason. But let's plan ahead now for the future. Thanks for joining us on Cow-Calf Corner.